Alright, this is Yamaha's Tenori-On iOS app running on the iPad, and in this video I'm going to show you some of its MIDI input capabilities. Let us first connect a regular MIDI keyboard to the iPad. Any CoreMIDI compatible interface should work with this, for example the Alesis I dock, the Line6 products, iRig MIDI, and what I'm using here, the Apple camera connection kit. The Tenori-On is a 16-voice instrument, and each voice, or layer how Yamaha calls it, is controlled by its own MIDI channel. I've set my MIDI keyboard to channel 1 and layer 1 to a piano instrument. If I want to play the layer 2 instrument, I just set the keyboard to MIDI channel 2 and so on. Apart from receiving MIDI notes, the Tenori-On app also supports velocity, pitch bend and modulation wheel input. Of course, I can also play along a sequence with the MIDI keyboard. Let's incorporate the Tenori-On iOS app into more of a studio or performance setup. I'm running Ableton Live here, but any other of the major DAWs should work too. The app is connected to my computer's MIDI interface using the camera connection kit again, and a cheap USB-to-MIDI cable this time. Other products should work too. What I want to do now is have the Tenori-On app play in sync with my other instruments, like this drum machine for example, which is sequenced in Ableton. First off, I have to go into the app's preference menu and set its synchronize option to slave, otherwise the app won't listen to external sync or clock messages. If my DAW's MIDI settings are correct, I can just press the play button now and the Tenori-On should start playing in sync. If it plays but it's out of sync, then you might have to adjust the MIDI output latency settings in your DAW, like I did here for my setup. The correct value for yours might be different. Now that the Tenori-On app plays in sync with Ableton, I can still use it as usual, of course. I can switch blocks on the fly, I can add notes, I can change parameters, and so on. I can also record MIDI into my DAW and send it to the Tenori-On's layers, just like I did with the MIDI keyboard earlier in this video. And of course, I can still play the Tenori-On app like any other instrument. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to send me a message or post them underneath the video here on YouTube. Have a great day and thank you for watching.